We've seen the course world, we've seen the coaching world, we've seen the consulting world absolutely collapse. The biggest consulting companies in the world, they're way down in revenue. And it's because this information is free, it's commoditized. So if you guys aren't familiar with the term commoditized, when there's too much of something, it just becomes a commodity, right? The information is free, but it's starving us of connection. And so everybody right now, whatever your business is, it's now selling the connection with other people, not the information.
Welcome, everybody, to the Chris Harder Show, where we are making you unapologetic about your pursuit of success, knowing that when good people like you make good money, they can then do great things. My name is Chris Harder, and several times per week, I will bring you epic guests, solo episodes, and every single tool, trick, and skill set you need to grow your business, grow your money mindset, and to grow your wealth to levels that you have never reached before. I've ended up in a unique place in life where I've got the experience, the connections, and all of the secrets that it takes to be successful. And I'm lifting the curtain to reveal it all to you in an effort to help put you in a position of abundance so great that you can then be as generous as possible. So let's lock arms and let's get started.
And we're back.
With another episode of He Said, She Said. Okay, so I want to know, because you have been running around the house like a little kid freaking out. And when Chris gets excited, it's like the enthusiasm is off the charts when he finds something that he's like the next big thing that he's excited about too. And I feel like one of the reasons you're excited is because this kind of hit close to home, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
But you've been talking a lot lately about the human connection economy, and you seem a little obsessed with it.
I'm obsessed with it because like it made sense for me why people need it. So do you remember last year and year before, I'm like, Lori, I'm lonely. Like I got plenty of friends, but and I text with them every day. We send each other memes. Like I got tons of friends I interact with, but they're scattered all around the country.
They're all over.
And I needed real human connection in person.
Like weekly.
Well, yes. And like my clients, they're on Zoom. My whole Frello team, they're on the East Coast. Yeah. I'm on the West Coast. Like I didn't have even our personal brand teams. We only meet on Zoom.
Yep.
So I was really lonely last year and the year before. And I was like, I need to fix this. And I realized, okay, I need more human connection. So where could I go find human connection? Oh, I know. For me, it was pickleball. So I went and I joined the pickleball country club over there and started playing pickleball and started meeting more people. Now here is what I realized. The experience is pickleball, but I'm not going for the experience. I'm going for the connection, the camaraderie of being with guys again, the conversations afterwards, the conversations in between when we're taking a break, the conversations afterwards when we all go up and get a drink or have water and we sit there and we watch other people play. And I'm like, talking about, hey, I'm struggling with this at work, or, oh gosh, I'm struggling with that too. It's the connection, not the experience.
What's also interesting just with the pickleball thing is like, there are a bunch of free pickleball courts that you could totally go to, and you could get great connection there too.
Yep.
But because of the type of place, also who it attracts, you have the experience with the type of connections you're looking for. It's so interesting.
Quality connections. You're absolutely right. You could say the country club kind of makes sure it's a curated quality connection.
Yeah, it's curated and it's intentional people who also want other higher level people to connect with.
Well, listen, the reason I'm obsessed is it solved my loneliness problem.
Totally.
And it solved it in a big, big way. And I'm a way happier person now because of it. And so then I heard all these people talking about the experience economy. And I've even talked about the experience economy. You can't open up, the internet and be interested in business or get stuck in algorithm without hearing people talk about the experience economy. Except I realized it's not about the experience economy. It's the human connection economy. And if you're like, what's the difference? It's this. The experience is I go to dinner. The connection is I go to dinner with other people and I connect with them and I leave feeling better. The experience is I go on a trip. The connection is I go on a trip and I meet new people through travel and I leave with brand new friends, right? The experience is, a networking group. The connection is the right kind of networking group where you feel welcome, the walls are broken down, it's not pretentious, and you leave with a new friend every single time. And so it's not the experience economy that's booming. It's the human connection economy. Concerts. The concert is the experience. But although the music's pretty good, you can listen to the music for free on your phone. You're going to connect with other people that are also a fan of that band. Mm-hmm. It's the human connection economy that's blowing up.
Okay, so I know that you just explained this essentially, but when you're thinking of selling it to people, like these different companies, are they doing something different to sell connection? Like what's making the difference.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you a few examples. The reason why I'm like cloud nine about this is I came across an article a few weeks ago of a company that I never heard of, even though they sold over $170 million in sales last year,
That's
up
insane.
30% from the year before. You want to know what the company is? It's called We Road. Had you ever heard of it?
No.
No, except they're selling $170 million a year worth of 4 and 5 day trips. And here's why. The experience is the trip. But what people are investing in is it's only for individuals that want to make new friends through travel. That's it. The whole thing. Couple $100 million a year in sales
Wow.
of individuals that go on a trip to make new friends through travel. You don't go with a spouse. You don't go with friends. You have to go as an individual for the purpose of making new friends
Making
through
all
travel.
friends. Wow.
And so I saw this article where they had just raised $58 million with Airbnb as their lead investor. And I was like, wait, what? And I'm like, that's a cute little idea, going to travel to meet some friends. No, it's not cute little at all. This year, they're going to be over $200 million in sales. And Airbnb recognized it, hence they led the round with the $58 million investment into We Road. So their valuation's probably around $500 million right now.
Wow.
And they've only been around a few years because there's that many lonely individuals that want to make friends through travel.
Well, this is also interesting, though, because personal development obviously has boomed. Like, majority of people in the world understand the concept of personal development. Like, they probably read a personal development book in their life at this point, or heard of them, understand what manifesting means, all the things. And so when you think about the idea that they are making individuals go on a trip, not go with friends, not go, with your spouse, that is such a compliment of like actually allowing yourself to be whoever you want on these trips. Meaning like it's the ultimate personal development. And it's also the ultimate way to break out of a current environment, like doing different things like this, because you can't fully become the person that you want to be surrounded by all of your old people and your old friends. So I think this is freaking genius. And I think people are starting to understand why this makes such a huge change when you take these different trips and get in these experiences, because it's one of the only times you get to really be the next level version of yourself.
Oh, yeah. Can I give you another example? Like a little bit closer to home, like easier for people to be like, wait, it's this simple?
Totally.
Okay. There's a company out there called Time Loft. Again, hadn't heard about them until I started becoming obsessed with this. It was only founded in 2023, and they've really only been in business for about 20 months. Okay. In 20 months, they have earned over $20 million doing what? You ready for this? Strangers having dinner every Wednesday. That's it. Strangers having dinner every Wednesday. So there are these dinners of 6. You're one of 6, right? So you're showing up, you're having dinner paid for by the company, and you're meeting 5 strangers through dinner. And everyone's there as an individual that wants to combat loneliness. And they started doing it in cities. They called it urban loneliness. So you're surrounded by millions of people living in a city, or hundreds of thousands of people living in a city, except no one was interacting because they're on their phones, they're on their devices, they're looking down, right? These devices have become a double-edged sword. They've helped us as much as they've hurt us. And so they said, okay, what if we made it easier for someone to look up and know that the other, and create a safe space. The other person is also there to connect. Because it can be kind of awkward, right?
Totally.
Like, hey, stranger, I need a friend. I'm lonely. That can be very awkward. So they have sold over $20 million in strangers having dinner in groups of 6 across 200 cities now in 20 months
Just
in business.
dinners. This is not
Anyone could have started that.
Super high ticket.
You could have started that.
Yeah.
Anyone listening could have started that. I have so many more of these. It's insane. Okay, hey, real quick, I'm going to interrupt, but it's for a really good reason. Let me ask you this. How are you really feeling right now about your social media content game? And this is an important question. If I had to ask myself, I'm asking because my social media game sucked the past couple of years. I mean, it was terrible. Every time I tried to hire it out, it didn't work. Their content was totally not me. And then when I would take it back over myself, it just never got done. That was until I finally found a team that stopped confusing social media content, just putting stuff up, with actual real social media strategy. The reality is this: social media matters if you're building your business, and you can't ignore it even if you want to. Trust me, I tried. Consumers are spending over $1 trillion with a T through social media every single year. Not scrolling, buying and hiring people, choosing who they trust by voting with their dollar. And it's not going to you, it's going to somebody else like me instead. That's why I want to introduce you to my personal CMO Melissa Duglecki and her team at the Brand Lab. I swear by her and her team. Melissa is somebody that both Lori and I have trusted with our marketing for a long time now. She's worked on our launches and our social media strategy, our copywriting, landing pages, my brand, and like much more. And in my world, I don't trust effort or intention. I'm sorry, effort and intention are not good enough. I only trust results. And we're finally getting them with Melissa and her team. Like, it feels so freaking good to see my social media go up on a consistent basis and actually like what they're putting up. So here is the deal. I've got a gift for you, but only for a few of you. I've asked Melissa to offer some of my listeners a limited number of spots to get a fully customized social media strategy, just like I got, covering your messaging, your positioning, bio, and content strategy. Now, when you use code Chris at chrisharder.me/social, that's chrisharder.me/social, you get $1,000 off as a thank you from me to you for listening. So go to chrisharder.me, that's .me/social, use code Chris and get $1,000 off as a thank you. If your social media results suck right now, like mine did, or if it feels overwhelming, trust me, just try this. The missing piece isn't more effort. That's what I was doing. It didn't work. It was the right strategy and the right team. Go to chrisharder.me/social, get $1,000 off your custom social media strategy as a thank you from me to you.
Okay, so tell me, I think you were talking about the cold plunge sauna.
Okay, these guys are super dope. All right. So some guys out of New York. Again, it's about the connection, not the experience. The one I just talked about, the dinner is the experience, but you can get that on your own. The connection was meeting the strangers who were also there for the same reason. Well, same thing for a sauna and cold plunging. So get this. These guys out of New York, they're either brothers or business partners, I forget. They had access to a sauna and a cold plunge where they lived in their apartment or whatever, and they need some money. So they started inviting people over, like, hey, let's have a sauna and cold plunge party. And they're like, wait, this could be a good business. So then they scratched up some money. They built out a great big sauna at a location and a great big cold plunge and kind of made it like a fitness class. It's like, instead of going to F45 or SoulCycle, you're going there in a class-like setting. They've got music on, they've got intention, they've got a process. Group A, you're in the sauna, group B, you're in the cold plunge, and you switch. And it's just very curated. It's a 45-minute experience that they sell for, ready for this, $64 per class. Now, the average SoulCycle was $30.
Yeah.
The average F45, $25. These guys are charging $64 a class.
I
And
don't even have to service the machines or anything.
no, I guess clean them, hopefully.
Yeah, clean them up.
You know what I mean? So it's not about the sauna. You can get that anywhere. Go to Lifetime. They got a free sauna. Your gym probably has a free cold plunge at this point. It's not about the cold plunge. It's not about the sauna. It's about the way that they connect people there. And I've got proof. So when they're interviewed, they said, well, at first we kind of struggled because we were selling the benefits, AKA the experience of cold plunging the sauna. Oh, it'll get your heart rate down. Oh, it'll repair you quicker. And they struggled. And they said, we realized what made it cool originally was that people were coming to connect. It was like a party each time that we did it. And so we said, why don't we just make it a party each time and have people connect while doing these things? And now every class is sold out. They have over 10 locations. They have over $20 million of investment money that
It's like the
came
new
to them.
bar.
It's like the new bar. Matter of fact, they said it's a sober, intentional experience with like-minded people.
Wow.
So
That's
guys,
awesome.
again, not the experience. You can sauna and cold plunge anywhere. The connection.
Okay, so why do you think people need to shift from selling information to selling connection?
Because information's free. Like, we've seen the course world, we've seen the coaching world, we've seen the consulting world absolutely collapse. The biggest consulting companies in the world, they're way down in revenue. Tim Ferriss just said all of his courses and information are down 80%.
Which he's the OG.
He's the OG.
He knows how to make money.
And it's because this information is free. It's commoditized. So if you guys aren't familiar with the term commoditized, when there's too much of something, it just becomes a commodity, right? I'll give you an example. You have a relationship problem or you get back from a date. You don't go to your relationship coach anymore. You go to ChatGPT. Or need help with your financials or don't understand your financials at work. You now don't go to a financial coach. You go to Claude. So the information is free, but it's starving us of connection. And so everybody right now, whatever your business is, you got to figure out, how do I stop selling the part that's quickly becoming free or commoditized? And how do I start packaging it in a way that I'm selling the connection? So if you have a great course online, I'm not saying you have to end it, but now it needs to be a course followed by maybe meetups in the area where your customers are clustered.
Yeah.
Now it needs to be, instead of a great online program for 6 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever, it needs to be whoever's a member of the program gets to meet once a year as a whole complimentary annual event, right? It's now selling the connection with other people, not the information. Just like they're not selling the saunas, the cold plunges, or the dinners. They're selling the connection that happens there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have become so obsessed with this that you are kind of making your own bet on this.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to call it found, I think anyways, kind of like a founder, but also finding what you're looking for, right? Because we're all kind of lonely. So I'm going to call it found. And found will be a curated yet super relaxed travel experiences for entrepreneurs who want to connect with other new entrepreneurs that maybe they haven't met before.
So excited.
Right? So it's going to be this really intentional space that forces you to get out of your grind for like 4 to 5 days and have fun and take a breather. But most importantly, let the conversations happen. Let the connections happen that are not happening in your current circumstances or with the current circle of people that you're with. So they're going to be like these really small 8 groups of 8 to 10, no agenda other than the itinerary of travel that we put you on, which will be very relaxed. But the key will be that in those 4 to 5 days together, you're going to end up having the right conversations. You're going to end up getting new ideas, and you're going to end up making new entrepreneur friends that you know you can go back and get support with because it's a small curated travel experience. Now, you guys can book this own damn thing on Expedia by yourself. You don't need me to do it for you, but you want to know why you're going to come? Because you know I'm going to create the connection, not just you going on a trip on your own. And that's the difference.
You're going to attract the right people too.
Yeah, absolutely. Same as We Road did, right? I'm making the same bet as We Road, basically, except instead of betting that individuals who want to make friends will travel, I'm betting that entrepreneurs who want to make better entrepreneur friends that give them better ideas and better conversations are willing to, invest in this kind of thing as well. And I'm going to make it affordable. I'm going to find the sweet spot between making sure they're serious enough to be on the trip and that they're successful, but also affordable, right? So this is not,
you can do it frequently if you want.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to scale the hell out of this thing. So I'm going to do my first experimental trip coming up, end of September, beginning October. Again, 8 to 10 people. I want to bring entrepreneurs together that don't know each other necessarily. It's going to be going up the coast to Southern California here in a curated but relaxed way. It's going to be amazing. All the right conversations are going to happen. All the right connections are going to happen. That's what we've done best over all the years, right? Through masterminds and all that stuff. So that's already our superpower. And when you do it through travel, it just happens that much faster. It's like The Bachelor. Remember on The Bachelor, like, how do these people fall in love so quick?
It's curated.
Well, when you're in a mansion or you're doing something that's very curated, it's easier to fall in love quicker.
Yes.
And that's really what the secret behind We Road. And that's the secret behind what I'm going to call Found. So if you guys want to be on the first trip, it's going to be like kind of invite only type of thing, but I want to meet you. I want to hear from you if you want to come on this trip and then kind of curate like, okay, yeah, you'd be a great fit and answer your questions. It's real simple. There's no fancy sales page. There's none of that. It's as simple as DM me, Chris W. Harder on Instagram, or if you got my phone number, text me, but just shoot me a DM, shoot me a message, shoot me a text, be like, heard about the trip. I know it's end of September, beginning October. What are the details? I'm really interested in going.
I love that. I'm so excited for it. I hope you guys go check it out. This is how I've built all my friendships. I literally have created things like this where you guys see me. I will book a trip and invite randoms who I did not know before, who I knew of them. I knew they were entrepreneurs, but I took a chance and it's changed my entire life. And I think you need to be really, really open in order to have the quality of life and friends that you desire. And so if this kind of freaks you out, or you're like, oh my gosh, I've never done anything like that before. Well, duh. It's why you don't have what you want in your life. You have to take a risk. You have to take a chance.
Yeah, that's how I met my business partner, Matt. Same thing, a travel experience for entrepreneurs. Had no idea we'd be end up, having a giant business together. So,
I love that.
All right, guys, shoot me a DM, Chris W. Harder on Instagram, or just shoot me a text if you got my number. I can't wait to see who the 8 to 10 people are on the first trip.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening. And if you loved this episode and know of someone else who is as successful as they are generous, please pass them on to me. It would mean the world to me if you help me get this cause and this message out to as many listeners as I can. So please, if you liked what you heard, it goes a long way if you take 30 seconds and leave me a 5-star review and share this with your friends. I'll be forever grateful. And until the next episode, cheers to your success.